Oh, God,
The
it was
light,
blinding.
pal. The
Turn
light.
down the light? Jesus.
Yeah, what's with the brightness?
So.
This show's not a bright show.
It's just a deeply depressing show at all moments of the day.
Oh, guys, I forgot to ask you. Serious question now. I've been like really
Okay.
thinking about it quite a lot.
Okay.
Just trying to like get my head around. Like, can you guys remember like your first blowjob?
Right. So just to clarify this, right, you're talking about the first time that you gave a blowjob.
Can you remember your first blowjob?
Yeah, it put me off for a really long time.
What did it taste like?
Oh shit!
I love the fact that Martin says that. What did it taste like? Was fucking deep throating a fucking lollipop. Subtext merch.
This is the moneymaker, Martin Holland. Over here, what guy? What guy?
Don't ask no questions. Don't get no lies. You want to know where the finances come from? You don't really. They just appear.
What's this little cash deposit of $1 million? I don't know, Dr. Evil. Okay. Yeah, we're back. It's a pay-per-view review, and we're coming to the end of 1997 shortly. What, 4 pay-per-views left to go
Yeah.
for this one?
Whole year.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
me, man.
1997. This is episode 28. Interesting fact about the number 28 of Manchester United for you there, Donaldson.
Go on.
David Beckham, famous for the number 7 shirt, wore number 28 for 2 seasons in 92-93 and 94 and 95.
Was that when he was like jobbing?
That's when he was not even getting picked. Like,
Oh,
just
Jesus.
breaking into the squad.
Fucking hell.
Number 28.
I
David.
think Darren Gibson wore 28 as well, don't he?
You are correct,
Oh.
sir. You are correct. And
I
that,
want to know when these number facts are going to end, because there's got to be a point where they start drying up.
People wear 99 shirts, mate, so we'll see.
that is true. We might get there, but I doubt it.
Okay.
If we're in Italy, we've probably got more chance.
Yeah.
They like high numbers abroad for some
They
show.
just make them up as they go along.
Literally make them up as they go along. We are Hot Take Review. I am Rob Campbell. And I'm alongside.
And I am the show podder, the number 2 jobber. Yes, I can fucking hear you. Stop shouting. Martin Holland.
Fucking cracking up! Oh, shit.
Oh. Unbelievable.
Oh, and I'm Daniel the fucking razor wire anaconda cornfield.
Is that your new weapon? Love it.
It's been called that in the past.
Hit that intro music. Entirely your sex day.
We can't do intro music nowadays. That's for when we've not got side projects going on. You know.
Speaking of side projects, the proud sponsors of the latest wrestling promotion here at the Midlands at that Country Championship Wrestling. But we happen to just put in a few shows in the beginning. On the 22nd of October at Allen's Sports Bar was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And we're ready to go again on the 3rd of December at Sedgley Workmen's Club. Get your tickets at bccw2021.com.
And did you know we've already sold about 30% at least of the seats?
We haven't even announced a match.
Without a match, and it's only a week. Not even a week gone, yeah. Maybe a week, has he? Just gone a week, maybe? You know.
AKA, hurry the fuck up if you
It's
come
where-
in.
It's where
Get
the big
some
boys
tickets.
Yes, Nash. Yes, Kevin Nash. This is where the big boys play.
Yeah, we've seen the objective. We know what we're talking about. You know
I've seen the
I
agenda.
understand the assignment.
Yeah.
I understand the assignment.
Fucking turn the agenda upside down, mate.
Hit that intro music.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Not today.
Oh,
No, so it just
motherfucker. So we're here for the World Wrestling Federation presenting In Your House Bad Blood. This took place in October 5th, 1997, at the Keel Center in St. Louis, Missouri, in front of a 21,151 sellout, 168,000 boys. That is 68k up on the previous year. That was In Your House Buried Alive, where Mankind and the Undertaker met in that Buried Alive match.
you feel like their October show the last 2 years, they're like, we're going to put a gimmick match on.
Yeah, spin the wheel, make the deal. They're making waves. Why shouldn't we do something similar?
Exactly.
Boys down south have got something going on, ain't they? So, you know.
Boys down south, got it going on.
But Vince McMahon during his pay-per-view did say, "Well, I'm from down south, North Carolina. That's where Vince McMahon was born." And the King was like, "What?"
For a second, though, Vince legitimately thought this was like, this is your life. It just happens as a wrestling show going on at the same time.
It's all about me.
Expected...
It's all about me and my maneuver.
And what a maneuver that is.
I love that Vince is sitting there forgetting that there's a wrestling show going on.
Yeah.
Vince is thinking about anything upwards of 20 things other than wrestling at that moment.
Yeah.
Burritos.
So we get off and running with a classic WWF video package, all of the dramatic music, talking about the character of Shawn Michaels, and how he's fucking pissed off the Undertaker over the last 2 months, for in build up to the first ever Hell in a Cell match. Wow, think about that. First ever Hell in a Cell match all those years ago.
I mean, how many has there been now?
50.
Oh.
Wow.
Edge and Seth Rollins just competed at Crown Jewel a couple of weeks ago in Saudi Arabia, where a woman officiated it, and she was the first woman to officiate inside Hell in a Cell.
Also, first woman to
Saudi
officiate
Arabia. Exactly.
as well. Jessica Carr, I believe her name is.
That is absolutely correct. Fantastic.
I know modern stuff.
You wouldn't shag her though, would you? Would you, Rob? You wouldn't shag her.
I would.
Oh.
I would. Good sir.
Yeah.
You'd see him rip the door off the cell.
What would you? Yeah.
I'd fuck
Oh my
every
God!
hole. I'd fuck every hole in that Hell in a Cell.
Welcome to Jizz on That Box.
Hey, Glads, there's about fucking 3 million holes in this Hell in a Cell. I want to fuck every one of them.
Well, the end, it just looks like a big fucking cube because he's fucking polyfilled it with himself.
How difficult is doing the top corners though?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
How would you approach it? I don't know how you'd do it.
But what would you stance on it or what's your position?
I suppose the only way you get the top is doing it from the outside, don't you?
Yeah.
Rather than the inside, like, do you know what I mean? So if you go outside,
Yeah.
you cover that top section off in the room.
Yeah. That makes
Everything
sense.
else can be done.
There's got to be some
inside.
tactic. Got to be a tactic with jizzing in every hole.
Strategy. You know, the other cells.
Well, in fairness though, at least you're not trying to fucking. At least you're not trying to fucking fill the old school fucking blue cage. Jesus Christ, that's a fucking project in and of itself for one.
That bitch, the blue cage, would be complaining all day long that I'm not big enough for her.
Yeah.
The silver one was doing that.
Fucking big blue bitch. blue bitch. Or a merch.
That is a merch alert right there. Fucking 91 to 97.
I just want to say loads.
Bitch.
I just want to say loads of random stuff because I'm waiting for that picture of Craig where it starts a picture of Rob trying to fuck every hole in the Hell in the Cell. That's what I'm waiting
Yeah,
for.
Craig, step the fuck up. Oh, it's already gone off the fucking rails. I love it.
We'll get into the wrestling now, honestly.
Isn't that what you just tried to do with the cage? The cell? Let's get straight into it. It's going to be a long night.
PlayStation presents the event as Vince McMahon welcomes us to the event for what I believe is the very last time as a full-time commentator.
I believe so, yeah. Like,
Yeah, it was.
I read some online this was his last full show he did.
Yeah.
After the Survivor Series, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
JR
sort of dropped the
King.
facade of who he was.
Because it was coming out anyway during this.
Yeah. Like, I think they're showing a package a bit later on as well.
Yeah.
With Austin. That it sort of pops back up as well.
Where he basically threatened to fire him. Saber. Yeah. I'm there trying to be all discreet and not manly. And then you're like, fuck that, Rob. They say you do it, you pussy.
Well, I can't really outdo you. I mean, you're planning to fuck a 30-foot structure. You've got to do something.
16-foot air. Fuck the 30-foot one. Bloody hell. Fuck that.
Oh, I'm thinking back to Halloween Havoc and that fucking double axe handle.
Has just got a roof.
Go back and watch that episode. If you don't know where it is, go in our PO box. You know the address by now.
Who's been Sam's and I'm marrying?
I'm high on life.
What are you doing?
Alright, Jeff Goldblum. Fuck you now.
Hey,
That's a
Mr.
huge
Hammond,
pile of
I'm not going
shit.
to endorse your part.
They were practical with how I put my hand over the sponsor.
Fuck that shit. So, listen, we're getting to the event. JR and King are obviously there too. And then, what's going on?
I didn't like him.
Oh, and then the Nation of Domination's music hits. And Howard Finkel is announcing the participants as they enter to go down the ring. As the Nation make their way to the ring, McMahon talks about the unfortunate announcement concerning Brian Pillman, who has passed away this afternoon. At this time, no further details. What did you make of Vince doing this here to begin with?
I think it was a bit dodgy, to be fair. I think apparently he told everybody before the show. He told the audience in before the show started. How he told them, I don't know, but I don't know. It's an odd one, ain't it? What would you do in that situation? Would you not tell people, or would you tell people in a different way, or would you do some sort of something to showcase him or something? I don't know. I don't know what you would have done. It was just felt a bit creepy for me. I felt a bit uneasy. I don't know.
I suppose the fact is, though, it's like he was going in there as a featured match. Like, I wouldn't know how to respond to that. Like, it's really weird. It's like, do you say, look, he's not turning up, something's happened?
Yeah.
Or do you just do what he did? Hard to say. But I know what you mean, though, he did feel a bit creepy.
It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like a proper, I don't know. I know they don't even have enough information to, sort of say what had happened and all that sort of stuff, but...
It's probably half an hour later they did that.
Yeah. I'd have just turned around and said, look, he's passed away, and we can, we'll... Tomorrow's episode of Raw will dedicate to him and his family.
Come back for more.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back for the latest updates.
Yeah. WWF.com.
We'll carry your tickets
on IOL.
especially Martin.
See, on the video from me and you at the top. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're working at the top, aren't we?
Yeah.
Got cook old Martin and he's red. He's 4 red bars.
What about?
Oh, and he's on yellow.
Signal 8.
Yeah. Shit,
Terrible.
man. Terrible.
It's
terrible. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Stephen?
Can you hear me?
That's you, Clem.
So, match 1 is the Nation of Domination, which consists of D'Lo Brown, Rock. They're taking on the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal, and nobody. Shamrock's injured. Jack Jones the ref. Shamrock was ruled out by the doctor. Hawk shoots from the hip. Says it's going to be a handicap match. Spoiler alert, the Think already told us that if you picked it up.
He did. Actually, he did. He completely knows that he completely ruined the surprise.
Yeah, like Bob the Brain Heenan. Whose side is he on? Like Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Proper ruin the illusion.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Heenan.
Yeah.
You just fucking.
Oh, yeah. Now think about it, yeah.
I never think Hogan would ever do that.
I want to say, Heenan
just
fucking
shoot.
hated him. He wouldn't have given a fuck.
But yeah, fucking gives it right away, don't he?
Yeah, The Rock was getting loads of heat in this match, by the way. But just watching The Rock and, the Legion of Doom wrestle, that was a treat for me. Because they're legendary people within the business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's weird that there's like 2 generations of wrestling now. Like, you can clearly see a difference between the 2.
Yeah.
So, I mean, especially if you're going to work a team like fucking the Road Warriors, Legion, Doom, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's going to be quite an honour.
Definitely.
I think The Rock looked more like The Rock as well. Yeah, he's becoming.
Yeah.
You can see physically and the way he moves. Yeah.
Mannerisms are starting to turn up. And
I love the fact that he like proper spat into his. Like the old like where he puts his hand right out and he spits like later on down the line. This time he went like spat right in his hand and then punched him.
Hopefully no one's looking.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a little.
Whereas he makes it into he makes it more of a move, don't he? Like later on, but it's funny to see the start of something, how like stuff can develop. So it's brilliant.
So Animal takes the heat, and the LOD they play the fake tags really well. There's a massive pop for Hawk on the tag, who absolutely smashes it. To be fair, I really enjoyed Hawk's top tag.
Mm-hmm.
Animal comes back in to get the job done, and fuck the Rock up basically. But Farouk makes the save, outside interference job, and then Rock Bottom for the win. The Nation of Domination win with a Rock Bottom after 12 minutes and 20 seconds. I enjoyed it for what it was. For probably a bit too long for my liking. Maybe 2 minutes too long. 2 stars.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was just to see The Rock just become. I think it's the first time as well you really see like D'Lo without his fucking stupid suit on and all that sort of stuff. This is the D'Lo the start of the D'Lo that I know, and it looks like it's so like everything that I know. So I loved it. I did, but I don't know. It was just a bit sketchy for me. So I've gone with 2 stars. Should have been more.
I've really enjoyed it, and I've rated 2 stars. But the view is dead sketchy. That's because The Rock's in it, I feel.
I fucking love this. I love LOD. They had an amazing fucking babyface heat going in. Fucking Nation people hate. I'm saying it now. D'Lo Brown is my fucking boy. I love D'Lo Brown. Like, when I saw him hit that fucking low down, and went, look at that frog splash. Like, no, motherfucker. That is not a frog splash. That is a fucking low down, and it was fucking beautiful. I love this match. Farouk can fuck off, though. 2.5 stars.
Yeah, but, D'Lo Brown might be a boy, but Heron Brown fucking mind-fucked me in front of 1,500 people.
The request show has started again.
Fantastic. Believe it or not, I couldn't find any star ratings off Big Boy Dave Meltzer for this pay-per-view. Must have had cancer or something, I don't know.
Maybe.
Doc Hendricks. Yeah, go on.
Spell it right. They spelled D-O-K.
Yeah, Doc Hendricks.
Doc, D-O-C.
Doc Hendricks.
They spelled it D-O-K. Fuck off. This is a Mortal Kombat.
Doc Hendricks.
He's a Mortal Kombat.
To him and
Thank you.
Cena
Oh,
are plugging. Well, they don't know what they're plugging. In all fairness, one of them calls it the hotline. The other one calls it the superstar line. They've got no fucking chance at all on Mean Gene. And then we get more news on Kilburn passing away from Mcmahon, who looks in the camera like he's dead pissed off and tells us that he was found dead in his hotel room in Minnesota after performing there, and that it was basically a drug overdose. Cheers, Vince.
Yeah, it's like, there's a problem with drugs in sports and
them.
entertainment. No, you just ain't got your fucking, you ain't got a fucking leash on it just yet. That's why.
Yeah.
That's his
Well,
problem.
so you've only just got over Doc Samson fucking sending drugs over, so you know. This is him basically going, look, it's nothing to do with me. What he does in his own time is his own time.
Do you think he was more pissed off with the fact that it's happened on his watch, like under his belt and under his like name and stuff, rather than? Do you think he's more sad about that, or do you think he's more sad about like him actually dying? I think he's more sad about what the effect it'd have on the business and all that sort of stuff more.
Like, look, I've just got out the fucking whole, court thing with fucking brother man over there, fucking trying to bury
I
him.
wonder what his team meeting would be like.
Oh man, you'd love to be in those meetings.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah.
You'd love to sit there and listen to those meetings with those decisions on the line. Wow.
Want to see how fucking heartless they become about it.
So there's a replacement match basically.
Okay.
Rolling.
Yeah. For continuity, you sound like a fucking stallion. Within a split second.
Literally,
Time,
if I listen to this right now, I'd
he's
be happy
covering
with
off the
myself.
cell. He's covering off the cell now.
Half the cell's getting done. So this is the replacement match with the crowd. The crowd actually seemed happy to see the midgets. It's the best way I can describe them. If that's a derogatory term, then go fuck yourself. But
You know
two
what the
teams,
PO box is?
you do. You got Mosaic and Tarantula, the heels, or as Dom would say,
The Ludos.
and they're taking on the team of Nova and the legendary Max Mini, known as the
Small people.
Baby Faces.
Or technically, or of Spanish speaking.
So the way I see it is Brian
To be
Pillman
fair,
passed away,
Rob,
put the midgets on.
You can't say that. That is derogatory. That is. Just because they're small doesn't mean they're babies. That's fucking wrong. That is. That's wrong.
I didn't call them babies, did I?
You call them fucking. They got baby faces, man. You can't say that to them.
Oh,
You are a baby face.
what do you mean by that? And he's like, turns around and got dumb in his mouth.
So I know how you all love a put the belt on Rob joke, right?
No joke.
So this one's a bit harsh, but it was 1997, so you've got to get over it by now. Pillman dies, put the midgets on.
Yeah, but would this have been like your first port of call, really? Like to go, look, we've got a roster of people back there. Let's get out the
Well, Mick Foley's backstage because that was his scheduled match.
Yeah.
So although I'm sure Mick Foley would have been a bit upset and stuff, along with a lot of people.
Oh
But
yeah, you can see it in the show as well. Certain people were hit.
But
really
you would have been able to have put in with somebody. I don't know, maybe.
I wouldn't have mind. For me, like if you'd have said something like just a bit of a sort of throwaway match, I wouldn't mind it. Goldust and Mankind, as in they've both got the story.
Yeah.
One was scheduled to wrestle him, the other's got the on-running line
But
storyline.
Vince did say they scrambled about a bit, and this is what they come up with.
Yeah.
So there you
The most the most like famous example for me of it's too soon. The joke.
Yeah.
The joke that you've just
Too
landed.
soon.
It's too soon, right? You know who Godfrey Godfrey is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Guy
his voice.
speaks like this.
Well, let me tell you all about it. You know, like that, right?
Yeah.
So he was doing a roast in New York City. I can't think who the roast was for, but it was his turn to go up. So he goes up and he goes, "You know what the worst thing I used to think about watching the news was when commercial jetliners were flying into buildings 7 days after 9/11."
I'm just subjective. Don't like it. Fuck you.
You know
Oh
what?
no, you're gonna get in trouble.
That show is so fucking like, it's unrated. It's explicit. It's just a free for all, man. I don't think there's any limits.
I think
no
it really,
limits.
I think this was the start of the Attitude Era. There's a certain point in this show where I was like, "Fuck, we really are that close to like the Attitude Era starting." Where it felt a bit chaotic.
When I think about this match and when I look at this match, they just look like four blokes rolling around on a bouncing castle. To be honest, that's until Max Mini gets involved. So three blokes, sorry, until Max Mini gets involved.
I don't know.
How many times did Vince say in this match? I'm not sure what that was.
Where's Tanay? Where's Tanay when you need him?
In fairness, JR's he's not the best at it, but he at least is a good colour commentator. Like he can.
I'm sorry, he's Josh Matthews better.
He can fuck right off. Josh Matthews is the worst announcer this side of my family.
Wow.
He really is. I fucking despise him as an announcer. Oh, and he's hit a movie. He's just got the free camp. There's no energy in his announcing. Give him that striker or Excalibur, someone like that who's got knowledge, but there's excitement in the voice. You can hear the fan. He's just hit a pole driver. Oh no, this must be the finish. It is the finish. He announces the finish as the pin going on. Fuck off, Josh.
There's a couple of highlights in this one for me. The spot where Max Mini gets dropped on the table in front of King. I really enjoy it.
So did King.
Yeah.
I think that was there to rib him.
I enjoyed.
They did that fuck with him.
I enjoyed Kyoto counting in Spanish. That was really good.
Chef kiss on that.
A chef kiss on that, absolutely. And also Kyoto was like, fuck this shit for the finish. That was not a free at all. But Tito and Carlos, along with John Bastard and Ray Rajal, they're here.
John Bastard.
So gotta love a bit of John Bastard, ain't you?
I'd say.
But that match went 6 minutes 43 seconds, half a star.
Oh, it's got midgets in it, dressed up in lycra. It's worth a star.
Not for me.
Worth a daily star. I got gangbanged by 4 midgets in costume.
I love a bit of Bridget the Midget. Who don't?
Bridget the Midget in a suitcase.
Okay,
You don't know what that is. Go online and learn something.
Pizza guy with a fucking 12-inch cock.
How many stars, Don?
Order the salami. Oh shit.
5 stars, so done.
It was bad. This was not a good match. The crowd were into Max Mini. I like Tarantula.
Tarantula.
I mean, say you saw Friday night. I'm into Tarantula.
You are into Tarantula. It's good
I had
shit.
to give it a star. I gave it a star. I was gutted though because Max Mini from the last show was awesome. This show was like, man, it's piss poor. He's good with one person then. Got him. But we got to see John Bastard, so that gave me half a star there.
John Bastard. Brilliant. So 1 star in total for you.
Yep.
Okay. Midgets. There's an Austin video package for merch gimmicks with a Todd Pettingale voiceover, so we're still happy to hear Todd's voice. It's going to get hot, though, because Sunny's on the way to the ring. Wow. She does a promo, and she's the guest ring announcer for the Tag Team Championship match between the Godwins with Uncle Cletus versus the Headbangers, who are still the champions. Now, I don't even remember who Uncle Cletus was. I can't think of who that character was.
No, I've got no recollection of him.
Not one. Do you remember him, mine?
No.
Popping round, seeing your mum most Saturday nights?
No. Only on Sundays, really.
Okay.
He's
Must
a
be my mum on a Saturday, my bad. Uncle Cletus,
My
man.
mum's on Friday.
Anthony? Do you know who that is?
Who?
Tony Anthony.
Name rings a bell, yeah.
The plumber. T. Hal Hopper.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dirty white boy before that one,
Fuck.
Unbelievable.
Oh my. I was saying that was a fucking blockage we didn't need to fucking understand about. Holy fuck.
Definitely a blockage that we didn't need to understand about, to be fair. But, you know, you've got to remember, we all flapped to Sunny in 97, and we still do today in 2021. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Only on OnlyFans.
Don't lie to yourself, though. Do you know what I mean? Don't about it. Just do what needs to be done.
Gotta be true to yourself, man.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Yeah. I don't want.
Do you know this? This is the third tag team match in a row.
Is it?
Handicap match, midget tag match, and this one.
Some good booking, eh?
Fucking shit, mate, because it's standard babyface versus heels. There's nothing exciting to talk about. Thrasher takes the heat. Mosh clears house. Uncle Cletus gets knocked down. Phineas botches the finish. Cletus returns to old back Thrasher and breaking up the pin. And then we got new tag team champions. I give this one star purely for the sign that said Godwins are inbred. 12 minutes, 18 seconds of shit.
I enjoyed it, to be fair. I enjoyed Sunny's, she's her history with tag teams, as she mentioned. That's why she's there, obviously, the history of tag teams. I love the fact that Phineas nearly broke his neck again. What is with that kid? What is with that kid?
I think it was Henry. Henry was on
Goat.
Was he?
What
is wrong with them fucking fuckers anyway? In general,
I just love the disability check. Oh, don't need a kid.
Oh, the fuck, man!
Go to London, please.
Do you know what I mean? But I liked it. I thought it was good. Shitty finish, but I'll give it 2 stars. It's better than the last 2 matches.
Wow,
Unbelievable, Jeff.
I actually thought this was piss poor.
2 stars, did you say?
Hmm.
Wow.
I thought this was piss poor. I thought the last match was better than this. I'd give it half a star.
Okay, now.
All right.
Fuck
Shooting.
it.
Calm down. Fuck you.
Also,
Never seen you so angry.
Moshy's shirt was typo negative, if everyone was curious, because I'm
Yeah,
going
it
to
is.
keep this up as a gimmick now.
Mm.
Fucking brilliant.
Great band.
So post-match beatdown that provokes the referee to threat them of stripping them of the titles. Vince gets shot at by Henry, and then tells Henry to fuck off, basically. As JR also tells him to take a shower and break out the moonshine and fuck off. I thought it was that good. I loved them sticking up for themselves. I did.
Can I ask you a question? Has that ever happened before? Someone's won the belt of Cavalry and beatdown and reversed the decision. Oh,
All right, Frankie.
hello, Frankie.
You know what it was? It was VAR.
Yeah.
That one.
Well, because I can remember 5 seconds ago before.
Your job's on.
Exactly. Yeah. Jarmas on. Yeah.
Job's on.
Jarmas on.
Just
Ask if
not listening to me.
she wants you to subscribe to Sonny's OnlyFans page. No? Okay.
Can you ask Frankie, was she happy that the Headbangers lost the titles to the Godwins on
Frankie?
in this
What was Frankie's review of Halloween Mayhem?
Do you want to tell the guys what you thought of the wrestling show? What did you think of the wrestling show when you went?
Did you like it?
Did you like the show?
What was your favourite?
I don't know.
You don't know. Was it
Not
the very
even
first
that,
one or
Everyone.
everyone?
That's not right.
Oh, it's been that inclusive and that.
Oh, I see Chaos was on.
They could have
What
put the
about-
belt
what about-
on if you wanted,
What
Franco.
about the one that he wrestled, the one with the mask? The gimp?
I didn't watch that one
You didn't, why?
because it was too scary.
It's too scary.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, because of him.
The Gimp.
Well, the scary. Am I the scary one? Mate, then.
Stay away from kids, Don.
This is empty some from Italy.
I've got some sweets for you. Terrible.
Oh,
Jimmy Jimmy's on him.
Jimmy Jimmy! Jimmy Jimmy's!
yeah.
Give me Jimmy.
9-9. So
There's an advert just about Austin now, isn't there?
literally we get another Austin promo package where JR gets stunned, Slaughter, King, and finally we get to see Vince McMahon stone cold stunned in Madison Square Garden. That was fucking brilliant.
What a fucking sell as well.
Literally.
It gave. It's a masterclass.
Vince
like how certain
turns
people-
heel.
Like certain people have a way to sell them, and like Rock will sell it in a certain way.
Yeah.
It's unique to Rock selling the stunner. Same way that, like for instance, Scott Hall, he has
Yeah.
a unique way of taking it and selling it.
Mhm.
Vince's version, the only way I can describe it, it's when you see a fish out of water and it's struggling to like get the.
For you Spotify listeners.
Yeah, I'm giving the audio version for this one, and he's just
Be on in a few months.
You know, the way I describe Vince McMahon's stunners, a lot of the time is picture yourself, right? You're a kid playing in your bedroom, right? And you're just messing around with some pillars and stuff. And then you open your wardrobe door and you're still messing about. You're more like, oh, fucking crazy kids, all that sort of stuff. And then you get to take something out the wardrobe, right? So you're fucking about. You take the stuff out the wardrobe and the wardrobe falls on top of you. And you're like... And you sit down because the wardrobe's come on top of you, and then like you're stuck because the wardrobe's on top of you, and you gotta like push the wardrobe off, and it just like comes off. I think that's just how Vince McMahon takes a stunner.
Just listen to Ron Burgundy over here. He will absolutely read anything that's put down. It's ridiculous, really, when you think about it. Oh man, JR. Right, Vince turns heel by threatening to fire Austin, by the way, in that fucking gimmick. That was good. Michael Cole interviews Owen Hart, who gives a really poor promo, but that's probably down to being upset too. Michael Cole,
It's not Michael
is
Cole.
a cunt.
It's not Michael
What you
Cole.
mean? What you mean?
It's not Michael Cole.
Who interviews Owen Hart?
Yeah,
Who was it then?
it was season 3 Chandler Bing. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Could I
You're
be
not,
any more
no.
of a wrestling announcer? Oh. Fucking look at Martin over here pivoting his way into a.
Absolutely go fuck yourself, San Diego. Oh, so
Oh, that was.
this legend segment, I really do respect the legends of the business, but do we have to talk about this
On a pay-per-view.
on a pay-per-view? Gene Kalinsky, Jack Briscoe, Dory Funk Jr., Handsome Harley Race, the Funker, Terry Funk. Michael, calm down. oh, Rocky. Bloody hell. Rocky Maivia just got took out, he just became the Rock.
You know.
shit. Unbelievable.
He wants another fucking Austin Powers movie making though, that's why. He's excited.
Well, I couldn't. And then Sam Muchkinik and Lou Fez. Then, pretty much as soon as they get in the ring and sit down and get some certificate shit for turning up, like, it just fucking goes on for too long. The Nation of Domination. Farouk cuts a shit promo on Owen and Austin.
I don't know.
As he's
I
about
thought that was a strong promo, I did. Very meaningful.
fucking
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I actually
Well,
quite
I
like
liked
it.
it. I
Go on
liked
then.
it.
I like
You have to
it.
sell it to me.
It felt real.
Yeah.
Like,
Would you
I
like
actually
it?
thought it felt like there
Yeah.
was like, fuck you.
Yeah,
we
and he was
are
like
doing
Stone Cold.
something now.
Who's Stone Cold to
Yeah.
me? He's a nobody. I'm on top of
Give a
this. I'm on
fuck.
top of this
There was a
bitch.
give a fuck attitude.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I will work myself into a spot. If you don't book me in the spot, I'm going to work myself into the spot. Who's Stone Cold? Yeah, ain't fuck all. Yep.
Full
Try it
black.
out.
Don't care.
There you go.
Well, there you go. Martin and Don feel it is a promo worth watching. You can let us know by writing into us in the inbox.
You know what the address is.
PR box, can I hear you?
So
Yes, you
next
can.
for the vacant WWF Intercontinental Championship, Stone Cold hands in the title on this night. Farouk versus Owen Hart. Did you see the two marks in the crowd who obviously do the black power thing,
Yeah.
and then they go like this to Farouk, middle finger straight up. As soon as he looks at him, he's there giving it all this. And then Farouk looks at him and he's like, "Oi, bookmakers!" It's
I
brilliant.
thought it was the two rappers that used to come out with them.
Yeah, yeah.
It did look a little bit like them two knobheads.
It's like a trick, ain't it? You know, it's like, oh, I've got something in my pocket. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I'll get my... Oh, yeah, you fucking...
Hey,
Oh, good.
have some of that.
Yeah.
Have some of that, you dickhead. Fucking hell. Oh, unbelievable. Austin's music didn't get the ovation that it should have got. I think they fucked it, didn't they? The volume was too low on the glass smashing.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I thought as well, especially after the last segment with what you call it, with like the legends, they needed someone like an Austin entrance just to get the crowd back.
Yeah.
And I think this really hurt
The
them
truck of the truck turned the volume down because of all the hearing aids and stuff in the ring, so they've got to turn the volume back up.
Yeah.
You know, for the next segment. So
Fucking Kevin Dunn, man. So Austin becomes the timekeeper. He takes the heads off Vince. He fucking
I loved
shoots
everything
and
about
then-
Austin in this match. It's brilliant.
Oh,
fucking brilliant.
he's
He made
what
the match.
he
Made
made
the
the
match.
Yeah,
match.
I'll
He
put that
made the
down as
match.
well. Austin led the match, definitely.
He's the only reason this gets a couple of stars from me. To be
Brilliant.
completely honest,
Went over to all
because
the,
of Stone
all
Cold
the
Steve
announcers,
Austin.
and he was like, "Tell them that in French. Go on, carry on. Go on, tell them."
Go on, John. Tell him.
He took John Bastard's headset, the poor fucker.
John Bastard deserves better justice for John.
Literally
Justice for
justice for John. But that's what he did, though. He took Carlos Caberas off so he could talk to fucking Tito.
He was
And then he
threatening
did-
Tito. I was like,
Yeah,
"Mate,
he was.
I'll say that match. I'll be up for that.
And then he told him to fuck himself, and he put fucking John Bastard off and put Ray Rougeau in his place. So he was going after the wrestler announcers rather
Yeah.
than the lead announcers, so he could fucking shoot on them.
Brilliant.
It was great, absolutely fantastic. To be honest, though, it was never going to be a classic Intercontinental title match, was it? With these two,
Things about heel as well. Like, to me, de facto face became Owen.
Yeah,
I think Owen became de facto
people
face.
hated Farouk more than knowing.
Yeah.
can we also just talk about Owen's change in music as well?
Mm.
I did not like that at all.
No, he's a bit more
No.
upbeat as well. He was a bit more
Didn't like it.
jumpy.
Dun, 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 dun. Bring that back. Bring it back now.
Yeah.
I
Right.
want to see him walk out on Raw tomorrow night with that on.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Tomorrow night is in. Like,
It's in-
modern day.
Tomorrow night on Raw. Tomorrow night on Raw.
Okay.
You know, like when Brett returned in 2010.
Yeah.
It's time for Owen now.
Okay.
Everyone gets their chance. Everyone.
Wow. Just because you don't like his music.
Didn't like it. Didn't like it.
I genuinely did feel bad throwing in this spot because you could tell like what had happened with Brian. He did not want to be there.
Yeah.
That was a man who was like, I was like, I want to get out of here. No, I genuinely sympathised with him. That I was like, fuck. Like, I feel sorry for the lad.
Jump on me, Lou. You're a peeler.
Is that what you got from this?
You're gonna get that fries with that Whopper. The big bastard, he's back out here, as Stu would say. The big bastard. Let's put him on the road, Vince. He'll be fine. The big bastard. Austin with the title to Farouk. Gets the pin. 7 minutes and 16 seconds of nothing to write home about. Star and half for Austin.
Really?
Yeah, just for Austin.
We had I thought it told a little bit of a good story. I think it was a strong match. I think the end of the match, continued the feud and left the door open and all that sort of stuff. I thought it was a good fucking match, to be fair. I got 3 stars.
Decent match.
To Amsterdam.
It was a decent match between the two lads. Like I said, my fucking sympathies to Owen.
Okay, now. It's in 1997, Don. What do you mean, his sympathies to Owen? Spoiler alert, Owen passed away in 1990. What do you mean, his sympathies?
Well, like, fucking Owen, like, he's just lost a fucking friend of his that day. Vince McMahon's hocking his name just to try and get some fucking sympathy on commentary. Fuck you. Felt bad for the lad.
Get your viewers now, Vince.
Yeah. Fuck you, Vince. Star and a half for the match. Austin fucking stole the match, though. Completely overshone the match, but the match wasn't
4
bad.
stars, then?
No, star and a half. 1.5, if you will.
If you will, baby. Match 5, terrible one. But before that, they show us that the rules have changed for the flag match, which we'll get to. This is the DOA, the team of 8 Ball Chains, Crush and Skull. I can't remember the jobber names that I give them. Versus Los Barricas.
Couldn't even be fucked to write down their names.
We've got Jesus, Jose, Miguel, and Savio Vega. Tim was the ref, I think.
You can't call him Jesus and then Jose. You either go with one or the other.
No, one was Jesus, one was Jose.
Yeah. You're pronouncing one in Spanish and one in English. You got it either both English or both Spanish.
So
for Jesus and Jose.
Jose
and Jesus and Jose.
Jossie and Jesus.
Jossie.
It's that kid's show you're writing.
And
Jossie and Jesus, fuck off.
Miguel and Savia. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. All of it's terrible. Vince is like, we've had to change the card. It's another standard tag match, just with more people again.
Matches, ain't it,
like, it's absolutely full of them. 2 singles matches, the entire card. Crush wins, 0 stars.
You know what? I agree with you. 0 stars. Couldn't even be asked. What a pile of shite. What did he win with? What was his
heart punch? Did he win?
No, it wasn't a heart punch.
I fell asleep. It was terrible. I didn't watch it.
He won with a backbreaker. That spinning backbreaker thing.
Oh,
was he? I don't know. Whatever. It was a pile of shite.
0 stars.
Yeah, 0.
I don't want to give 0 stars because I don't think matches. I don't want to throw out 0 stars all the time, but fuck me, this was not good.
If it deserves a 0 star though, Don, you gotta like.
Yeah, like I agree. If it deserves, but I don't want to show there has to be a 0 star.
Save your 0 star for the next match then.
I'm gonna give 0.5.
Fuck off.
Savio Vega.
Cunt, man.
Savio Vega saves it for me.
Yeah, fucking.
I did like a bit of Savio Vega.
Yeah, he's been Savio Vega's been loving the buffet as well, just recently.
Oh, I'm down for that. Guy's still going, man. Fair fuck to him.
So, basically, Mike Kyoto's the referee in this random flag match between the Art Foundation team and a Bret Hart and a British Bulldog taking on Vader and the Patriot. So Bret Hart gives a decent promo. Bulldog, he delivered the
Quite bizarre.
best Canadian accent ever. Right here, bizarre.
He was too interested in fucking looked at himself in the camera. He was.
Yeah.
Fucking cracked off his tits. He was.
Vader
Absolutely
says
smashed.
bullshit, and
Yeah.
Vince wasn't happy.
Yeah.
Vader
Oh,
started
dear.
the Attitude Era. I'm saying it now.
Oh dear.
Terrible.
From a flu virus, we're told. Who cares? Spoiler alert: he's already won though because he's carrying the American flag to the ring.
That's it's like what they need to specify that particular
That flag up there,
Yeah.
because one come out with the Canadian flag, one come out with the American flag. So it's a draw, right? Is that not how it works?
If
No?
Bulldog had came out with the British flag, it'd have been 2-1. They'd have already won.
Exactly. There you go. Champions
Yeah.
League way rules.
Yeah.
Imagine if they come out to the Champions League music.
We are the champions.
Yeah, love it.
Oh, brilliant! Absolutely.
Right.
A cappella. The vibes of Hot Tag Reviews is strong tonight, I tell you.
So,
Look, fucking hell, it's terrible, man. Vader does this to bring him out to the ring, come out like at the start of the match. One thing I wanted to talk about in this one is the commentary tables. I really paid attention to the commentary tables in this one because they did a few spots by him. But the design of commentary tables hasn't really changed since this design. This is the one that they've stuck with, really.
In what way?
like
design of this-
like monitor, table, that's your lot. Or
No, with the the logo thing. Obviously, there's no logo here. That's the only thing that's pretty much missing. But it's got that arched, curved
the
design that
protector
hides
thing.
the monitors. Yeah, hides the monitors, protector. And then the style of the table. It's all just.
I wonder how many like.
That's the design today.
I wonder how much gear gets broke because them are proper working monitors, aren't they? Because you see them working. How much if there was all like just planted there for just seconds and stuff, all throughout the years, like they've done table spots and they're just chucking fucking monitors left, right, and centre, ripping wires out. Like how much fucking equipment have they fucking lost, man? Just instead of just gimmicking a table,
Replacing them every day at one point.
oh yeah, mad.
Like fucking work and the headsets, like
Yeah, chuck it in the bin.
like that.
Another
that's
one
why
for
they
the
put them
bin.
to the mat at least
Yeah.
to try and save them. You ever see it? They'll always throw it to the mat
Mad.
just to
Yeah.
say save a few quid here.
Then they must have got warned at one point to start placing them down or some shit, I reckon.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big fan of these IKEA tables because I mean
What
they're
did you
not
prefer?
sturdy enough.
A Wayfair one.
Like, what's that? Sorry,
Would you prefer a Wayfair table?
I'd prefer a Japanese table. At least they're sturdy.
Where would
Like,
you
that's
get?
what I want.
Don, tell me where you would get a Japanese table from.
Japan.
Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah.
It's not a joke. It's just,
Yeah.
It's a pretty stiff match, to be fair, this one.
yeah.
Awful sharpshooter from the Patriot. Brett gives the figure four around the post. Kyoda's making mistakes all over the place, counting Bulldog for climbing the ropes to get the flag. It's just a bit of a fucking shit show, to be honest with you. Vader landing off his feet off the moonsault. Fuck me, that was he was painful to watch for me, if I'm honest with you.
Oh, I popped for that. I was like, sort of like, oh, it's just a shit match. Holy fuck!
Really? Wow.
That's sort of like, I've never seen him do that, but I don't think he's ever done that on camera.
And he chose In Your House, Bad Blood, 1997 to do it.
He knew this
He knew
match
he
was bad.
He knew he
was like,
wasn't
if I'm gonna
getting.
remember one thing you'll remember.
He had a tag
this.
match at WrestleMania. He didn't want to do it then.
He knew he isn't getting to Mania 14 though, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he's halfway out the door
Yeah.
at this point. So that's why he was
It's
like
terrible.
full shit in the promo.
What
Yeah.
a shot with the ring bell. It's great, wasn't it?
Yeah, his opinion.
How would you make the
What?
ring? How would you make it ring?
Did you not enjoy the shot with the ring bell?
It's okay. This match really just put me in a downer though. I was like,
Wow.
other than the backflip, which I popped for, I was like, hey! Ah, it's still this
Someone's going to give us 13 reasons why in a minute and fucking end it all.
match. I feel like it after watching this piece.
Wow. It did go on for too long. There was 23
Yeah.
minutes and 13 seconds of it. The roll up with the tights, the face beat down post match. Bret Hart wins, obviously. 1 star.
The thing
Bret Hart.
that I can't get my head around. You got the WWF champion, in this type of match with a Patriot. I don't know what they was trying to do with the Patriot, put him over as a total contender, but I don't know why he's stuck in a feud with this Patriot just because of where he comes from, and Bret Hart's like very Canadian. It's just crazy. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And then you got the main event's fucking spectacular, but you've got the European champion against the former champion, the world champion in a Hell in a Cell. I get the gimmick, but like Bret Hart's stuck in a shitty tag match for it was shitty gimmick, and he's a WWF champion. I don't get it, and it's been like this for a while now, and you can probably see why Bret Hart got probably dead frustrated.
Yeah,
maybe because he's looking at Shawn Michaels in his fucking epic match, and he probably feels a bit put out.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you though? If you were the champion,
Yeah,
who's like
that's what I mean.
stuck in a
He's the
nowhere feud.
He's the top guy. He has the belt, and he's stuck in a fucking dodgy situation.
Salty Bret, man. Salty Bret.
I don't blame him though.
4 out of 10. But that's right, because DX cut a promo, which I enjoyed. It was a really good video package too. We get the Survivor Series promo package for Gang Rules with a Z, and 3 dog tag gimmicks, just in case you needed them. But it is time for the main event. But before that, Sergeant Slaughter's got to check under the ring with a flashlight.
Were you looking for Hornswoggle all them years ago?
Yeah, the court, like...
They caught El Chupacabra under there, just like milling about.
Earl Ebner's the ref for this first time ever #1 contender match, contested inside Hell in a Cell, as the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels meets The Undertaker. Oh, just wow.
Do you know an interesting fact about this match?
Go for it.
As for when we're recording it, a year yesterday, we reviewed this on the watch along.
Watch along.
We released that on Halloween last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, a little bit of a inside like hot tag history there for you on this day.
Tag
Look
history.
back. But
Oh,
yeah,
God, yeah.
I rewatched that rather than it just made me laugh. It was so weird just to watch us watching that, and it was like,
On that dead
Crazy.
good screen behind
Absolute
us.
crazy. Dead good screen.
They're good.
Um,
They're good, real.
I like the psychology. Classic cat and mouse from Shawn Michaels at the beginning. Undertaker gets his chance to dish out some punishment. Shawn gets his chance. The cameraman is a son of a bitch. Shawn kicks the fuck out of the bloke, don't he, to be fair.
Yeah.
Tom Buchanan, the photo guy, he gets speaking lines to ask for help. That was cute.
it was his dad Neil pulling the strings backstage.
Literally.
You're gonna do an
Literally.
heart attack, otherwise his son doesn't get lines.
Shawn eventually gets out the cell. 2 drop kicks on the concrete. Fuck me. Hurt me watching that all over again. Just horrible, any?
Yeah.
That's Shawn Michaels, though, ain't he? There was no filter
Absolute
in terms of like danger.
Nutter. All
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
cocaine in the world.
Thing is as well though, like they know with Shawn, if you're gonna put him in a first match of some kind, he will go out of his way to steal a show.
Literally.
And they tend to do that a lot with Sean.
Yeah.
He's looking forward to that sunny days later, though, wasn't he? So.
Yeah.
I would think so. And I wouldn't blame him either.
Well, so he's worked hard. He's got a main event out of it.
Yeah.
Got to try it out.
Exactly.
There's no climbing holes to get up the cell. Rob hasn't been about yet, has he? So, you know. Fucking hell. Taker with the gorilla press slam on top of the cage. That was impressive. Taker's all over HBK. Obviously, the falling spot is brilliant. Taker is all in control. Choke slam off the top rope looked brutal. That looked brutal. And then all the revenge in that chair shot. Wow. He nailed him. Absolutely nailed him.
Yeah. He was like, all the shit you've... I think there was a little bit of, like, there was real venom in that shot. I was like...
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
You want to know what... Like, in the wrestling business, if you want to know what receipt is, I think that's your go-to there.
There you go. How do you have your chips? With salty Brett? Fucking hell. And then we get the front cut, the lights out, iconic music, Paul Bearer, and that's gotta be Kane.
To think that this is like Vince McMahon's like one of his last pay-per-views, and he comes out with that line that will forever be like
iconic. No other way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's just it's weird to think though. He's just out of nowhere.
It's Peyton Royce, then.
Of course you are.
That's got pop myself. Son of a bitch. No, but it is like an iconic. Like, I mean, fair, it's probably one of the best intros to any wrestler ever. I'd even argue the best.
It's up there as one of the best debuts ever.
Definitely.
Yeah. Would you say it's the best though? Like, as an out of nowhere, here is this person.
It's different, ain't it? Because I think debuts, like, maybe like you know them before, so then it's a shock that they've turned up in that company, or like AJ Styles, he's up there on a lot of the lists. His debut in the Royal Rumble, but people know him from TNA and from Ring of Honor and all that sort of stuff, and Japan. So like they know him, so yeah, it's a good debut because it's like, oh, it's AJ Styles, but nobody really knew Kane. So I think the story afterwards and him telling the story and that little feud up to Mania with Undertaker, I think it's got to be. It's got to be because the story afterwards.
Got to be Kane.
And I think the way Undertaker sold it as well.
It's got to be Kane. I think to put him up there, Undertaker goes up there as well, doesn't he? Really?
Oh yeah.
With the type of characters that you've just described being pushed within that company and becoming legendary. There isn't a lot of them when you think about it.
That's probably. There probably is more.
Razor Ramon, maybe, but he had vignettes, didn't he? So like, Kane didn't have vignettes, and neither did the Undertaker.
No,
but they did have some explaining, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there were some promos leading them along the way to sort of like, this is gonna happen,
and then when it does, you know,
Mum say,
Earl gets fucked up. He's off to sell some merch. And for his trouble, Kane and the Undertaker stare across the ring at each other for the very first time, and what a moment it was, man! Like, it just honestly brought back so many memories as a kid. It was fantastic to watch all over again.
Also, Glenn looking big.
Glenn looks great, absolutely.
Like, you're seeing his arms, like the definition. You're like, holy shit!
You can see, like, you know, when he puts his arms up to the bang.
Yeah,
like, when he puts his arms up, he's
Meat.
probably not even tensing, and his fucking biceps are massive. Like he could like Hulk Hogan says, he's got massive pythons, all that sort of stuff. But I'd say Kane, like, you know, put him side by side at this point.
I'm gonna say,
you know,
with his 20,000 Canaanites,
Kane's got some massive biceps, man, massive in this year.
Canaanites.
I'm gonna say, well, in fairness, he had just recently come off the run as the Chris McCreature in USWA, so he probably had some help there.
Unbelievable.
Never forget.
Look, the fire goes off. Tombstone. Glenn does struggle to find the hard cam to begin with, but he finally drops it. HBK has the whereabouts to roll over as well. Gets soaked by Paul Bearer. Crawls in the ring, completes one of the slowest dramatic counts in the history of his career. And the scene is set for Montreal because Shawn Michaels has now just sealed his fate and Bret Hart's fate by securing a World Wrestling Federation Championship match in Montreal at the Survivor Series. Wow. What?
That rings a
is
bell.
that
That
gonna
does.
be?
What's that? I don't think many people have ever spoke about it.
No.
The worst thing about used to watching the news was when commercial jetliners would fly into the World Trade Center. I mean, buildings in New York.
Why do you sound like fucking Heath Ledger's Joker doing an impression of Guilford Godfrey?
You want to know how I got these scars? Daddy was a drinker. Helmsley and the very emotional Chyna helped Shawn to the back. She was really struggling looking at Shawn Michaels' face after this one. 29 minutes, 59 seconds, 5 whole stars.
Ooh.
There's no question. No question. It's like a match that will always be spoke about. So 5 stars for me as well.
But gotta be honest, like the way we spoke about this match, the match was good itself. There was real intensity. The debut of Kane was perfect. 5 stars. 5
Lads,
stars.
can I just ask
Great.
you what you give the flag match again? Because I didn't write it down.
I never actually got asked.
Oh, fucking hell.
Stars, wasn't it?
I gave it 1 star.
Okay. What did you give it, Mark?
Half a star.
Half star, yeah, sound right then. So anyway, that Hell in a Cell match was great, right?
Yeah, fucking greatest match we ever watched in this run so far. All 5 stars.
5 stars, man. We don't do it often, do we?
No.
Don't do it often.
Well, one of us gives a 5 star.
Literally.
To get the fucking to get the free 5s.
Theatric look.
Oh yeah.
Unbelievable, Jeff, I tell you that is. What's next, Mark?
What was the overalls, dude?
Yeah, but what's next? Buy me some time.
What is next?
Who's next? Goldberg and
World War 3. He's
Oh,
next.
fuck, man.
Oh, World War 3. Okay.
People living the dream.
Take
Follow
me the fuck up from this
Um,
street. Not
the
looking forward to it, boys.
This is where they
gonna
finally
be-
like WCW's like over like compensated roster get put to full use. Like 'cause they just chuck them all in the ring. There's like 90 people
Yeah.
in the ring.
And even then,
Mad.
I don't think it's all their own roster. I think there's outsiders in there,
Yeah,
not just Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
nice.
Nice.
So I'm pretty sure. But have you even can I just ask a question now? Have either of you two ever watched one of these World War Three matches?
I've seen some of it. No, I couldn't watch it all. It was that bad.
I remember the very
Congratulations, you will be free next time.
I remember the very first one. So I watched all of that, but I didn't like the concept. I enjoy the concept of the 3 rings. I get that.
Yeah,
But, I don't know.
I think we could talk about this more next time, but this, leave it at that.
I don't know. What a wage.
Our average for this show was 1.73. Mark, you rated it 2 stars, really. Me and Don brought it down quite a bit. 1.73.
Decent.
Decent.
And it's when you throw all of us throwing a 5-star out there.
Yeah, it's not a great
Gotta
card
pump
at the
it
end of the day. It is a 1-match card.
Mhm.
The highlights, other than that, really being few and far between. With Austin on commentary and The Rock versus the Legion of Doom, really. That's it for me. Like, I don't
Yeah.
really want to call anything else that's good.
Attitude coming, but it's more of like it's not there yet.
It's not there yet. You can cancel your show last minute, and get your ticket to put forward to the next one, so that's always good too. But we have been HTR the correct way round. I've been Rob Campbell alongside.
I am the show podder, the number 2 jobber. Yes, I can still fucking hear you, Martin Holland.
Oh, I've been Daniel. System of a Downs cover of Chopberry Cornfield. But for a new
Down
shit.
with the sickness. Yeah. See you next time, man. Hit that intro music.
Well,